Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning in to real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Show up here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out New Cat Body by Jeremy Campbell.
Yes, this is up because that's what happened. Jake, the master Bates, kicks the game winner with 2 seconds on the clock when the kick starts and 0 when it finishes. I believe this is either his 3rd or 4th game winner. I never doubted that this team was going to win. So let me get to the chat. I'm going to address the chat and then I'm going to get it. Good afternoon to all from Dwayne King. Let's go Detroit Lions. One pride, Kings of the North Division champion title. All grit, never back down. 12-1. Let's make it 13-1. I'll add it for you. Jared Goff. Good afternoon from Davey. One pride, go Lions. 12-1. Brian Branch, Tim Patrick, Gibbs and Sonic, David Knuckles. Amon Ross St. Brown, Sam Laporta. Woo woo! Check out my new thumbnail pic. Finally made one I'm going to settle on for a while. That's awesome. Joshua Dora in the chat. Game balls on offense. O'Connor on defense. Maybe the whole D. Great game with mostly packed the squad. Next man up. Nice Moonscar from Will Vogel. Dwayne Keene, Davis had 20 handcuffs off. JB, now give it to him. No closer. The defense. FTP. Happy Victory Friday. FTP. Blas says FTL. It's Smoking Jay and Rustlin Salah. So what's everyone's plans this weekend? Let's go. Smoke. Ball bus, calm down. So happy. You know what? The tail of the tape says this game wasn't called biasly one way or the other. There was missed calls on both sides of the ball, but there was calls made on both sides of the ball. And I will back that stat up here in a minute. Will Vogel, the semi-virgin in here. Jared Goff, 16, took the offense down the field and gave Jake Bates, number 39, a chance to get another game winner, and Jake Bates did it. Yeah, that's coming. We all know what's going to happen next week on the NFL Roundtable Talk. He gets a new background. And you're going to see him doing the truffling shuffling because Kitty Ken made another bet with me and he lost. Shredded cheese was a great snack last night. Yes, and coming Monday, courtesy of WRIF and Dan Campbell is Coach Campbell's shredded cheese heads fresh from Green Bay, made with mild cheddar because they're not too sharp. All grit, made in Detroit on December 5th, 2024. Goes great with Campbell's kneecap soup. Wow. Kyle Lazinski, sup, J baby? Hey, I'm happy to be here. This was one hell of a game. Um, it came down to the wire. It was a hard fought game, and the better team won. And that's what I expected to hear because for decades, good teams get calls like that. You got to get used to it. Good teams don't get called their penalties, and I think it's finally sickened. Mark Marsh, you're one of them, and I'm going to get it right now. That was not a quarterback down by the knee. The offense has to be in the victory formation. Thanks for the shout out. What's up? We won. It was an amazing game. We were the tail of the tape. No, I'm not playing a game, Joshua Dore. You want to play a game? Go play it with your buddies on FaceTime. Tail of the tape. Packers only had 17 first down. Lions had 27. They were 1 of 5 in third down efficiency. We were 7 of 15. Fourth down efficiency. They never did it. We went for it 4 out of 5 times. That one that we didn't make was stupid. 45 total offensive plays, 76 offensive plays. Both teams allowed a sack. 3 punts by Green Bay, 2 punts by Detroit. So that was a wash. 7 penalties on both sides of the ball. Ooh, it was 3 yards more for Green Bay. Cry me a river. You guys had a fumble loss. We threw an interception. Both teams scored off of the fucking turnovers. The tail of the tape said the Packers should have lost. 298 yards, 391. 199 passing yards to 280. 99 rushing yards to 111. Time of possession, 36:06 for the Lions, 23:54. It's amazing you guys had 31 points on the board, and I'll give you credit for it. So, Josh, don't do these one-word spamming shit. I'm done with taking shit from fans on the chat. So either complete a sentence or get the fuck out. We had a practice squad defense that came in and held them in check. No, he's from the Florida. He's a South Florida Tribune fan, and I appreciate him being here and being a viewer. But I'm not going to play this fucking game anymore. I'm not playing this fucking game anymore. And I am doing so fucking great. My players of the game. I'm going to read it right off here. Offensively, Tim Patrick, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Jared Goff, and Jake Bates. Defensively, I have 5. Zadarius Smith, Jack Campbell, Ezekiel Turner, Pat O'Connor, and Brian Branch. Oh no, we moved it and the clock ran. I'm done with the bullshit questions. I'm here to talk about a victory. I ain't got time for bullshit today. And I'm going to say right now, I heard for decades from Packer fans when we didn't get calls to go our way, stop crying. When we took a loss, stop crying. Packer fans suck a dick. We won. We swept you. You guys haven't won a game against Detroit in 369 days. Stick that in your pipe and fucking smoke it. No, I don't have a nickname for this defense because there's no name to this defense. It's the no-name defense. We had guys that we picked up off the street, 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. How was it a turn? That was on second down. Stop. Oh, stop being a sissy. Get the fuck out my chat. Yep, you have to be touched unless it's a proper kneel down at the end of the game. We had a no-name defense hold Jordan Love to 203 yards passing on 20 passes. "206 yards, excuse me." This isn't Ralph Williams' show. This is my show. I do this show solo. Ralph may pop into the chat. Okay. This isn't Ralph's show, so I don't want to hear about Mata heating and cooling. I don't want to hear about hometown pizza. I don't want to hear about any of that shit. I know. In Orlando, you said something in the last show that was exactly right. We've never been in this position before because we've never been here. And I love Ralph Williams' opinion show too, Blas. Ralph isn't live in here, no. He was here for my Wednesday night show. Yeah, here's the thing. Jordan Love in the first half. We had the worst half of football he's ever had in his career. He was 3 of 7 for 31 yards. At that point, Goff was 9 of 15 for 131 and a touchdown already. Josh Jacobs had a hell of a game. He had 18 carries for 66 yards, a meager 3.7 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns. We cannot say we held him in check, boys. Our red zone defense wasn't as good. Why? It wasn't our normal defense. Yes, the announcers even said in that instance, unless they're in the victory formation, Kevin Wheeler, let's give it to them exactly how it's supposed to be. If they are in victory formation and at any time the quarterback's knee touches. Was Jaden Reed? Did he take the day off? No, Terrion Arnold had him on lockdown. He had 0 catches. Yep, I understand, Jim Jackson. Laser sensors in. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Pat O'Connor. He's one of my defensive stars, too. I think I said that. As a matter, I did. Zadarius Smith, Jack Campbell, Ezekiel Turner, Pat O'Connor, and Brian Branch. I need to go get nice and high. Well, you got a Tesla. Tell it where to go. Just make sure it doesn't stop at the titty bar. Don't let your Google Maps take over. Yeah, he had 1 target, which he caught, but because there was holding at the O line, it didn't count. Jared Goff, 32 of 41, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. No, he's not NFC Rookie of the Year. I don't. McNeil, it's a head injury. Branch was just cramping. It's either going to be Cooper DeJean or Quinyon Mitchell, or that's it. 6 different receivers last night caught 5 or more passes. Oh yeah, Tim Patrick, he's my number one offensive player of the game. Well, all I know is they say they're not. I'm not a left supporter, and I'll leave it at that. I don't think the Chiefs will even get to the Super Bowl this year. It was a close call, and yes, I'll tell you what. If the ref could have seen it and the defender wasn't shielding St. Brown, guess what? It probably would have been offensive PI. There was guys watching the line. Remember, they were down a ref. Yeah, listen to this one, Orlando. Josh Reynolds doesn't get re-signed by a preseason Super Bowl contender. The left want electric vehicles. I think electric vehicles and the way those batteries are made are more detrimental to our air and our atmosphere than even any fossil fuel car. I hate all hybrids. The batteries and how they're made is worse for the environment. They give off more methane than all the dairy farms in the world combined. One factory, and there's hundreds of them. It's awful. Oh yeah, Packer fans have pissed me off. And I got people in here talking about stupid shit that I don't like to talk about. Period. Yeah, Eagles fans were crying last night too. They're pissed because they Lions huge victory with the easy. Yes, thank you, Pensman Sports. Good to see you. Get the fuck off the politics shit. That shows how little you know about what those factories do to the environment. But here we are. That's your game winner. I'm not blocking Josh. He's a good guy. He just likes to not talk about sports. If you don't understand the fucking sport, don't come on the show. Okay. If you're not in the formation and you're tripped down by your own teammate, you have to be touched while down for the play to stop. End of story. That's the important news. That win clinches the playoffs, a playoff berth for the Lions. And right now we have the number one seed. This is the other one. Only QBs in history to win 11 plus games in multiple seasons for multiple franchises. It's Jared Goff, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm fired up. And for those that just got here, shredded cheese heads. That goes on sale next Monday. Yeah, I am a Motor City motherfucker. This is a football show. I'm here to talk football. Oh, that's on the South Florida Tribune. We've got to wait for them to go live. Go talk to Scott. I don't want to hear it now. Yeah, Brett Favre did it with Green Bay and Minnesota. Yes, that was great, King SJ. I think the Lions can clinch the number 1 seed because right now we have the strength of victory in the conference over. I didn't listen to Love's post game. Why did he say they were? Yeah, I know, Jared. Who? Yeah, but this man got a touchdown. David Montgomery had a touchdown. I'm not addressing politics. I didn't see your question because I've got a million things going on and I have a show to run. I don't know why, Love. I missed the post game too. I was too busy celebrating out front. I was so hot. We won. I melted the snow off the porch. Oh yeah, this team continues to win. We saw it last night. That first half, we held them to nothing. Yeah, we should get a little healthier. I'm waiting for the report on good old. Mike Mars, quit crying. Don't come to me in my fucking messages. Yeah, one of the guys that was a flag holder was fucking with LaFleur. He looked at him and did this, and LaFleur got pissed and went out there. I'm starting to bring back Joshua Door movement. I just put him in a timeout. He'll be back. I didn't block him. I just got tired of his shit. And if you keep pushing him, I'll put you in a timeout too. I don't block people. I just put them in timeout because I'm sick of it. Yes, we get our mini bye week finally. Having back-to-back Thursday night games is why we played that way. I asked you guys to stop talking about shit other than football, and you didn't do it. So the next one that does it, I'm putting a timeout. It's it's tough love time. I won't. It'll automatically bring them back. All right, Pensman. Yeah, I know you were shouting pretty loud on your Steelers show, within good reason. And that would be probably great for Chicago. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I heard about that too, Ricky. It sounds like it's my fucking show and I don't give a shit about your opinion, is what I said. I don't want to talk about it. I'll put you all in timeout. I don't give two fucks. Because they're Florida fans and they're hockey fans and they don't understand football. They come in here and they try to take my attention off of my goddamn show and I'm sick of it. Thank you, Jim Jackson. Great job, Lions. 100%. I am just sick of the bullshit. Right, politics and football shouldn't coexist. I hate hybrids because it was a democratic idea. Period. This guy's looking like he'll be back. See? You're back, Joshua. It was a timeout. I didn't block you. I put you in timeout because I was tired of dealing with it. I have a lot of news to cover here. We got to find. I'm trying to find out if Aleem McNeil has something serious or not. I know Branch was just cramping. He'll be back. They held him out of the game because we had it on lock. No, I don't do bums for individuals. I don't do that. I think LaFleur was way oversensitive and that he didn't understand the rules of the play. He got very animated over that when his defender ran into Sam Laporta's at. Dad, it was a great night of football. That's what's up, Dad. Smoking Dad in the building. Glad to see you up and around. I'm glad to hear you're okay after slipping on the snow yesterday. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go into details for everybody, but I'm glad you're here. Yeah, and Mike Marsh, that's the most. No, I think he got hurt again because he cleared concussion protocol, and that's done by the team and an NFL official. I think he got hit in the head. Hard fought game. Can't say the better team won, the more consistent team won. Packers waiting. Okay, Michael Marsh, 12-1, 9-4. The better team won. The cut the throat gesture that came from a fan has nothing to do with it. No, I'm not a hockey fan. This is a football show. 100% Lions. It's Lions talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. Not sports talk, not sports exchange, not the external bomb, not the South Florida Tribune. Yeah, you know what, Dwayne Keene, throw the points out because you know what, I don't know, I don't care. 12-1, let's go Lions. 100% leading the division, clinched a playoff berth. This is all sorts of stuff. We've never clinched back to back playoff berths since what years? 1994 and 1995. I said, oh, Jesus. Yeah, he's not on the show either. No fucks given. Thank you, Mike Marsh. Packers said they gave away the game in Green Bay. Now some other excuse. Yeah, I know. Well, the play on the field says that the Packers haven't won a game in 369 days versus Detroit. That tells me, and they were second place last year and they're third place this year, and the Lions are in first place. The better team won. You already said your team made too many mistakes to overcome. And you're right. They did. They made a lot of mistakes. That first half, you guys were abysmal. Joshua Dore, I'll disagree with you. Yeah, that one. You're right, Dad. I called that out. I hockey is the least watchable sport in professional sports for me. I'd rather watch soccer or tennis. Probably because my team sucks. The Iser plan isn't go work. But I'm about to just get all you guys that are doing this bullshit in timeout because I'm done. I can't take this. You know, I ask you to quit asking stuff not about this game. And if you guys want to be Packer fans, that's fine. But this is not a hockey show. So don't ask hockey questions. Lions should cruise to number one with Bills, Bears, 49ers, and Vikings. Well, this is a Detroit Lions, in case you can't tell. That's a Lions logo, just like this fucking helmet right here. I'm wearing a Lions jersey. I got, I said for me. Nielsen ratings tell you that hockey is the least watchable sport of the professional sports. It gets less draws than golf and tennis. I know, Dad. I remember that. You went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. The Lions are just rolling through stuff. You know what? Here we go. Another one for you. That was one hell of a game. That's all I got to say. I know. I don't skate, so I won't be on the ice. I didn't play hockey because I don't have that type of coordination. The worst watchable game was the Giants versus Panthers, which the ratings had over 20. I never got nervous. I never got nervous. I had a feeling the Lions were winning from get go, especially in that first half. Did it get too close for comfort? Absolutely. Did I hate the fact that we went for it on our own 30 and didn't get it and led to them getting a touchdown? Absolutely. And I'll disagree with that too. Bensman likes hockey because he's a hockey fan. I'm not. So take your hockey shit out of here. Right. I was pacing the floor watching it. It was so amazing to see. And Jake Bates does it again. Game winning field goal. 2-2 in the game. The better team scores more points, is what they say, and the better team won. End of story. I don't watch hockey because I don't like it. I didn't play it. I have no. Josh, I've told you this. That's it. Told all of you. I know. It's okay. That's okay. I just put them all in timeout. I'm done. They come back in and start up again. They're out. They're 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 in timeout. They'll be back. Hopefully they apologize and straighten the fuck up. Campbell did Campbell things. You're absolutely right. And we still won because of most of them. They want to talk hockey, go to watch a fucking hockey show. I'm done. Let's see. Jordan Love, 12 of 20 for 206 and a touchdown, zero interceptions. He had a 120 QBR. Great job. Emmanuel Wilson had one carry for 7 yards. I was told to watch out for him. Jordan Love broke free from containment 4 times for 5.75 yards per carry, 23 yards with a long of 14, and I knew his athleticism would be a problem. Josh Jacobs, 1866, 3.6667, 19 was his longest, and 3 touchdowns. Chris Brooks ran one for 3 yards. Tucker Kraft, 3 catches, 41 yards, 13.6, a long of 21, and a touchdown. Christian Watson, he was basically their star of the game. He had 4 catches on 8 targets, 114, 28.5, 59-yard long, and a fumble. They had one interception and one sack by Rashawn Gary. Hey, that's funny because we were told Zadarius Smith wasn't going to touch Jordan Love, but he did. Jared Goff, 32 of 41, 78% completion percentage. This is his fifth game over 75%. 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Amon-Ra, 1 rush, 10 yards. Jared Goff, 4 for 7 and 2 first downs. David Montgomery, 14 carries, 51 yards, long of 13 and 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs had 15 carries for 43 yards and broke 1,000 yards rushing because he only needed 27. 2.8 yards per carry with a long of 20. Amon-Ra St. Brown, five catches for 43 yards, 16 yard was the long, 8.6. Sam Laporta, 5 catches, 54 yards, 10.8, 14 yards. Jamison Williams, 5 catches, 80 yards, 16 average, long of 28. David Montgomery, 5 catches, 33 yards, 6.6 per catch, long of 13. Tim Patrick, this is my star of the game right here. 6 catches, 43 yards, 7.167 average, a long of 18, and 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 6 catches, 30 yards, 5 average, long of 7, and a tutty. On defense, Jared Goff even had an assisted tackle that everybody missed. So our QB was out there tackling. Screwcraft. Oh, yeah. Right? I love Ken. I was in the original, but Mike, if you watched all those shows leading up to the draft, I fell out of love with him because I went into a deeper study of his college years. And I saw that if he played with anybody with the arm strength more than a mouse, he dropped football. So let me go back into the chat and see what I missed here. I think that fourth down miss was a stupid goal. Yeah, I agree. Uh, we don't win without the 4th and goal touchdowns. I could see that in real time. Yep, Screwcraft. Okay, Watson is good regardless who they play. And yes, you're absolutely right, Michael Huck. I was high on him when he first came out and hit the combine, and I told everybody he wasn't going to be a day 3 pick. I said I loved him as a day 3 pick. But after the combine, he jumped up to a day 1, day 2 pick. And I said, he will be picked 34th overall that draft. I predicted that, and we didn't even have the pick, and he was picked 34th overall. Because Minnesota traded that pick to Green Bay. Because we used the 32nd and the 34th pick to move up with Minnesota to get Jamison Williams. So let's look at that comparison for this season. I think Jamison has it in spades. All right. Christian Watson, 26 receptions, 564 yards. He does have the better average, a long of 60. He has 25 catches of over 20 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jameson is 20th in fantasy points versus 52. Fantasy points per game, he's 24th versus Christian Watson at 59. 39 receptions on 63 catches. 710 yards, a long as 70, 28 catches of over 20 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Yeah, 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 I saw that. Yep, they were doing that. It was funny. It was an amazing game to watch, though, period. But for all the Packer fans that said they weren't worried about Zadarius Smith, he had just as good a game as Rashawn Gary. As a matter of fact, he had better. You want to know why? Rashawn Gary didn't have any other tackles than his sack, whereas Zadarius Smith had 2. One of them was a huge stop behind the line as a tackle for loss on Josh Jacobs. So let's not. Yeah, St. Brown is a true professional, 100%. Hello again. Keep it football or get out. I believe the next one is supposed to be week 18 with the black jerseys because that's supposed to be a prime time game, but I could be wrong. I know we will be wearing the all whites probably almost every road game the rest of this year because we're undefeated in them. I got to see what time is the game versus the Bills. It's a 4:25 game. Packers fans made it interesting, but came up short. Get over it. Packer fans, you're 9-4. Amen, Pensman. I think Zadarius Smith is playing for a roster spot next year. He's fucking amped. He actually is signed through next season. It's a void year the year following. Yes, he is. St. Brown is the epitome of a team player. Thanks for noticing, Michael Marsh. He loves blocking. He says, if I'm not getting targets, I at least want to hit someone. You gotta love and admire that type of personality on a football team. It's less about me and more about we, a team player. But at the same time, guess who has more drops this year? Christian Watson or Jamison Williams? You want to make a bet on it there, Mike Marsh? Zadarius Smith is getting better every game, learning our scheme quickly. Yeah, he also had a handful of pressures in that game. That was 3 of the 4 times he ran was because Zadarius Smith was breathing down the back of his neck, beating Zach Toms around that right tackle. And Patrick is a good blocker too. You know what? Yeah, St. Brown is lethal. He can play all wide receiver positions. Oh, they do sub to the channel, but make sure you hit the like button because that's what helps these channels and with their algorithm on any metric you're on. We got 48 people watching. It's amazing to see this. Will Vogs 18, I'm taking you down again for the tumbler. Took out Sarah. Guess she doesn't want an awesome Lions kneecap tumbler to drink out of. Watching her Vikings lose to us. That's our whole team. No selfish teammates. Packer fans are so butt for. You know what? I don't mind him inviting you out, Will. That's different. I don't mind stuff like that when people invite people out for dinner or drinks or something like that. That's fine because that's casual conversation. I don't like the talk about other sports on a show that has nothing to do with them. I'm here to talk football. That's evil and mean. Josh, you got to stop that because that kind of pisses him off. That's why he doesn't want to. I love seeing green beans cry. Yeah, should be close again. It is that time where I'm going to go over the division at 4-8 because they can't win a second half game as a second half team. It's the fucking Chicago Bears. Fuck them. SJB. Fuck the Packers. 9-4. 1-3 in the division. Minnesota because they skull fucked the Packers and Bears. They're 10-2 and have a matchup against their former quarterback Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. Second place overall. 2-1 in the division because the Lions skull fucked them. And first place for a second year in a row. 12-1 overall. 4-0 in the division, making everybody cry. It's the mighty, mighty Lions. I'm mad we lost, but it was still an incredible game. Yeah, and this week, our war week is with the Bills. It's not in the division. This is going to be our toughest matchup during this 11 game win streak, trying to make it 12. 11 games in a row. Let that sink in. Bad teams don't win 11 in a row. Thank you, Packers, for showing up and doing a better job than you did the last time you faced us. You guys came to play. It was an amazing game. Did you have your shots? Yes. Yeah. Well, they have a history. Yeah, I know he left the house. You're absolutely right, Michael Huck. As a matter of fact, there's only 3 teams that are considered Super Bowl contenders at this point. And at the top, you got the Eagles. God, I'm trying to get through my show, guys. There's way too many comments. I'm mad we lost, but it was still an incredible game. You want a dog check? Quit being assholes. Your performance was a 2. That's why you've been all of you got put in timeout. Lions, Eagles, Bills, and the 4th team you can throw in there is the Chiefs. But I think they are a fraudulent team. And I'll tell you why. We called the 2020 Steelers a fraudulent team because when they were 11-0, they had 10 one-score wins. 11-1, and guess how many one-score wins the Chiefs have? 10. The 2021 Vikings were called a fraudulent team. They went 13-3 or 13-4. Before that, oh yeah, I read that. I talked about St. Brown. I already discussed the St. Brown and how he's the consummate teammate and he's great. I mentioned that comment already. You must have missed it, Mike. You know, if somebody asks you as the host of a show to stop doing something, lost to a second string defense, LOL, fraudulent as fuck. Yeah, it's hard to call the KC refs out. I understand that. So you got to throw the Chiefs in there as the 14. I see some experts are saying the Eagles over Lions because of the Lions' defense injuries. They seem to not realize that the Lions play the Eagles and the Lions will have their defense studs back by that time. I know. And it's looking like we're going to have Hutchinson back by that time, too. I know all of you say, oh, God, rest him. I don't want him to get hurt. Oh, thank you, Michael Marsh. I did not see that because I couldn't get back there enough because everybody keeps commenting. You know, This thing scrolls to the newest comment. Green Bay Packers, founded in 1919, are the NFL oldest continuously operating team and the only team owned by its fans with over 537,000 shareholders. Yes, that is true. And yes, they're called Titletown because they've won 13 world championships. But everybody seems to forget that world championships. Until 1930, that was when Portsmouth Spartans football team was created in Portsmouth, Indiana, and then moved to Detroit to become the Detroit Lions in 1934. In their inaugural year, they won their first championship. That's the only team that's gone 10-1 in Lions history other than the 2024 Lions. I think if they wait till the playoffs and we're the 1 seed and he gets to rest 2 weeks before he plays, I won't be surprised if he's brought up. I love Cougars, and I know you do too, Jay. Yes, 100%. But, here we go with the non-football talk again. I'm getting irritated now, guys. Keep it football. So we're a 425 game, and because they didn't move it 2 weeks prior, it will not be flex, guys. They have to make those moves 2 weeks prior because it has to do with lodging and everything else. So it will be a 425 game. It probably will be the game of the week. It's going to be a toss up between that one and probably Pittsburgh versus Philly. Blas, I asked you guys to keep it football. It's irritating. That's a great point. Yes, they were originally on the front of the end zone, but we had lots of players that were knocking themselves unconscious by not paying attention, trying to catch a forward pass when it was created, and they'd run into it. So they moved the full field goals back into the position like they are now, where they're raised up and hooked. No, they don't know football, Jim Jackson. They are fans of the South Florida Tribune. They are fans of Scott Morganroth, the Motor City Madmouth. They follow me because they also like the fact that I put people in their place when they needed it. Yep, and the Bills haven't played against a team like the Lions. Oh, I know, and you're gonna love that because you can watch it and then go to bed for a change. Isn't that great, Kevin? I love the fact you're watching from Germany, that you come here and talk. But it is time for me to give homage to my sponsor. Brandon Service at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at 45 bucks and up, depending on size and condition. New tires, call to get your quote, 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. New tires are delivered within 1 to 2 business days. Mention that Smoke and Jeremy B sent you. You get 25 bucks a set off on new tires and 10 bucks off a set on used. What an amazing day. What an amazing day to be a Lions fan. Thank you to all of you that kept it football. Yeah. Good for him. He's not a part of my show. Again. And I don't do the baseball show. So guess what? It's not football. I wouldn't come on a hockey show and talk football. I wouldn't go on a baseball show and talk football. I wouldn't go on a basketball show and talk football. I talk football on general sports shows and football shows, and that's it. So if you're trying to be a fan of me, let's keep it to football related topics. I love the Rutgers thing, but that's not NFL, and I get it, but that's about the history of the sport, and I appreciate it, Joshua Dorn. It is getting tiring. I'm trying to be nice. Try every day to be a better person. It does matter to my show. This is not Scott's channel. He has nothing to do with this fucking show. So stop it. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. Because that's the only way to make the world a better place. Unless you're talking to people that just don't fucking understand, then tell them they're morons and leave it alone. Have a great day, everyone.